G'day, it's Ben from Carlingford Gourmet Pizza here. I'm just going to take you through a quick little instructional video on making a pizza at home. I find it's a really great activity to do with the kids if you're stuck in the house or on school holidays, or God forbid we're in a lockdown again or anything like that. You can feel free to pop on up. We've usually got plenty of dough left over. We make fresh dough every day, and anything that's left over we save in case people want it, and then we throw it out. So you're more than welcome to pop up and grab some dough from us, and you can make some pizzas with your kids. So let's get right into it. So what I've got here is some balls that I prepared earlier. What you want to do, the pizza balls don't have to be perfect, but you want to make round balls out of the dough and let the balls sit there to rise. I prepared these about 15-20 minutes ago, and they're just sitting here. They're nice and soft and ready to go. What we're going to do with these balls, we're going to use this flour and the rolling pin to roll them out, and we're going to put them in a pan. Now you can do them however you like. The whole idea with this is you don't want to be going out and buying stuff specifically to make these pizzas at home. This is the bottom of a cake tray that I've got here. It's round. I've greased it up with a little bit of canola spray. Or you can just use a regular baking tray that you might do a roast with. It doesn't really matter. Again, you want to make this easy. And then for the ingredients, I'll run you through them really quickly, and we'll put them on a little bit later on. But the whole idea of this video is to be able to make these pizzas out of things you buy from the supermarket or things you might have in the fridge. So here's just some Coles brand mozzarella, even though we've got the good stuff at the shop. We've got just some ham you buy from the deli. Some crushed tomato, we're going to use that for our pizza sauce. Some mushrooms and some tomato that I sliced up. You can really throw whatever you want on it, whatever your kids like, and have some fun with it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll out the pizza bases, and then we're going to let those pizza bases rest for a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll make some pizzas. So what you do, you've got your balls here, grab them up, want to get them in one piece, keep them nice and round, squash them out on the flour. That's risen heaps, that's really soft. Squash them out on the flour, make sure you've liberally got flour on either side of the ball, and then just roll them out. Roll in one direction, like so. Pick it up, turn it the other way, so it's oval shape that way now. And we're going to roll like this. Like so. Turn it around. I'm going to try and roll it as round as you can, but again, it doesn't really matter. It's not like you're making them at our shop on a Friday night and you've got to get them perfect for our customers. It's about having some fun with your kids. Once you've rolled it out, we toss it a little bit from side to side. This is to make it a little bit bigger if you can, but primarily just to get the flour off it, because you don't want a mouthful of furry flour when you're eating your pizza. So that's round, perfect like that. Whatever tray you're going to put it on, grab it. Look at that, perfect size. Won't get down there, I'll show you what we're going to do with these in a minute to let them rise. Okay, so a little trick for home. What I like to do with these, before we make pizzas on it, we do this at the shop too, is you want the dough to rise up. You want to give it at least 10-15 minutes to sort of proof and rise up a little bit before you make a pizza on it. A little trick to get that to happen a little bit faster is to turn your oven on with the light setting, if you've got that. Turn the light setting on, and just the heat from the light is going to speed up that process a little bit. So I've got that on in our oven here at home, and then I'll whack both of these trays in and give it sort of 10-15 minutes for the bases to rise up, and then we'll come back and make the pizza. So I might make this last pizza base, then I'll clean up and we'll come back and we'll continue the video after that. I'm back. So we're probably about 15 minutes since we left the bases to proof and to rise, and you can see they've come up just a touch, probably almost doubled in thickness, which is exactly what we want. In the meantime, I've cleaned up, magic, hey? Get the kids to do that, pretty cool. I've also got the food ready. So what I did was, this can of crushed tomato, I kind of opened it up and put it in a little bowl or a little ramekin with a spoon, because you're not going to use all of it, so it kind of doesn't make sense to get the spoon with flour and dough on it and put it back in the sauce. You save the rest of the can, you might be able to make a pasta with it or something like that. I've got my cheese in a little bowl as well again, so the kids are going to want to get their hands in it, so rather than sticking their hand in the big bag, it's kind of here ready to go. Cut mushrooms, I've got them cut and prepared. A bit of tomato we sliced up, and some ham just from the deli at Woolies. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the tomato sauce. So we get a spoonful, plonk it down like so, and with the bottom of the spoon we're going to spread it around. Now, it's my professional opinion that when it comes to pizza, you want to be able to have enough of everything to taste everything without too much or one flavour taking over. So a little bit of tomato there like that. Absolutely magnificent, as you can see. The next step is going to put a little bit of cheese on the bottom of the pizza. Why do we put a little bit of cheese on the bottom of the pizza? Well, cheese on the bottom of the pizza acts like glue. So all the pizzas we make, we do this, and it just helps the toppings to adhere to the pizza. So just a little bit, doesn't have to be much, and as that melts, the toppings are going to sort of adhere to the pizza. Meats before veggies, always. Meats before veggies, because these meats are already cooked. You can eat this meat as it is, whereas even though you can eat the veggies as they are, the veggies need some cooking. And the theory is that the stuff on top is going to cook more than the stuff on the bottom. Just put a little bit of ham. Again, you know, you want to be able to have enough to taste the ham without taking over the whole pizza, because we're going to put some other stuff. So next we'll put some mushrooms. And again, you can put whatever you like. Oh, by the way, now's a good time to preheat your oven. I've got ours preheated to about 220, fan forced. A little bit hotter if it's conventional, but 220 is about right. And then we're going to cook these pizzas for about 10 minutes. So I'm just spreading some mushrooms out. Again, we like topping all the way to the edges. We don't like pizzas that have got like an inch of crust all the way around them. It means that no matter which slice of pizza you get, you're going to taste a bit of everything. So we've got some mushrooms on there. That's beautiful. A couple of pieces of tomato. Put whatever you want. The whole idea with pizza, when it originated in Naples, is they'd get dough and whatever leftover food they had, and they'd use it to feed the poor. So it's literally, you know, all this stuff about, you know, what you can and can't put on pizza. It's about whatever they had, they put it on there. And last but not least, put a little bit more cheese on top. Now for us, we want to be able to see the toppings. That's how you know you haven't put too much cheese. You want to put as much as you can, and you still want to be able to see the sauce on the bottom. You still want to be able to see a bit of the ham, a bit of the mushrooms, a bit of the tomato. Voila! We're going to cook this one up in a minute. And back again. So we're about to take our pizzas out of the oven. I might add that 10 minutes is a rough guide. You want to keep an eye on them and have a look, make sure they've got a nice golden colour. That's the other reason that the amount of cheese you put on top is so important. If you put that little bit too much, it's going to take a little bit longer for it to brown up. I'm not going to talk anymore. Let's grab these pizzas out. They look fantastic and they smell really good. Wow. Fold up my glasses. Voila. So pizza number one. Looks incredible. Just gonna get it off this tray. Tray in the sink so no one burns themselves. When we've got kids around, responsible parenting. And I might just quickly grab that other pizza out of the oven now, so it doesn't overcook, and then we'll get through cutting it. Okay. Pizza sitting here. Fantastic. Chuck number 3, which is my kids' afternoon tea. And we'll get to cutting. So if you've got a pizza cutter, fantastic. I mean, we run a pizza shop, so we've got this stuff lying around the house all the time. If you don't, you can cut it with a big knife too. Straight through, like so. 8 pieces, 6 pieces, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Pizza cut is probably easier, but again, I'm doing it with the knife to show you that you don't need all the tools, you don't need all the kit. This is about entertaining your kids, having a bit of fun, making a tasty snack. And the last cut, so 8 slices is 4 cuts obviously. Hey, you get maths in as well while you're at it. And then straight onto a plate. Kids are hungry, as you can tell. You can hear them screaming in the background. Straight onto a plate like so. Try not to make a mess of it. I just did. It doesn't really matter though, because your kids are going to eat it. They're going to devour it. So that one's a ham, mushroom and tomato. We've got another one with just ham and mushroom. And for this one, because it's in the deep tray, I'll probably use that little egg lifter. Try and lift the whole thing out. Like so. There we are. And this one will get the pizza cutter treatment, but it's the same thing. Probably seen me do that on a Friday night while you're waiting for your dinner, guys. Straight off on the plate. Voila, there you have it. So, feel free to pop on in. Like I said, we're going to have plenty of dough. Grab some, pop into the supermarket with your kids. You can make a big adventure out of it, going in and grabbing stuff to make dinner together, make pizza an afternoon snack. You'll keep them from bouncing off the walls, and it's another idea for an activity to keep them occupied during the school holidays. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get stuck into these. Have a good one. See ya.